Welcome back. So I was gonna have this be a topic later, but given a comment somebody made on the last video, and specifically using an AI tool to generate uh, the thumbnail for the video. If you're not using AI tools and you're in IT or photography, you need to learn to adapt, because if you don't, you're going to lose your job. AI tools are just like any other tool out there. You have to learn to use them. There's appropriate places to use them and places where you don't use them. You know, it doesn't make sense. I have 3 active YouTube channels. Why would I spend hours wasting time generating a thumbnail by hand or in Photoshop or some other program that, oh, by the way, is going to be embedded with AI tools? Why would I spend a whole bunch of hours doing that when I can use an AI tool, in this case DALL-E, to create a thumbnail for a video, of which I have to create at least 6 of those every week? And if it takes me more than 10 minutes, I'm wasting my time. And time is money. It's like anything else. The automobile replaced carriage, horse, people that take care of horses, people that took care of horse-drawn carriages and wagons and things of that nature. But the automobile also turned into tractors and other machinery that turned out to be force multipliers. The computer wouldn't have YouTube without computers or the internet. These are all force multipliers. Did people lose their jobs when these technologies came out? Absolutely. There are companies that I have worked for that had huge stenography pools, just tons of people that they employed who sat at typewriters all day putting out documents. Between laser printers and computers, a lot of that job type stuff went away. So, the best advice I can give you when it comes to the regards of AI, and how it relates to IT and photography, is you need to learn to adapt to the new tool. If you don't, you're going to get left behind. And again, as with anything, there are tools that can be abused. AI, of course, we know is getting abused. I mean, just yesterday, Spotify is made an announcement that they're going to filter out AI generated music. And I'm sure that's a money decision, because they store music, they stream music, bandwidth costs money, storage costs money. People don't like to listen to the AI generated music because it's not good. That may change in time, but it's not good. So that's one area where the abuse is starting to be tamed. But, as in the case of automobiles involved into tractors, eventually that turned into war machines, which unfortunately are a requirement of today's world. So, electricity killed an entire industry. Whale oil. People were very upset about this, because they used to sell whale oil to light streets at night and light homes. Well, that's not been required for a long time now. The telephone replaced the telegraph and the Western Union horseback rider. An entire industry killed. Uh, so you really should adapt and learn to use the tools when they come online, and always be adaptable. Species go extinct when they fail to adapt. And that's because if you don't adapt, you fail. And in the real world, when you fail, you die. Your career dies. That's just how it is. So I personally, I don't see anything wrong with using an AI tool to generate a thumbnail that most people are going to spend less than 5 seconds looking at. And it's also about scalability. How many thumbnails can I generate in a given week? If I'm doing them by hand, I might be able to do 3 or 4, maybe. But essentially I have 1 full-time job and 3 part-time jobs. I don't have time for this. So using an AI tool, I can generate, 30, 40, 50 in an hour. Why would I waste time hand drawing a thumbnail? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so that's it for today. And yeah, I've got more topics coming. I'll cover AI and photography in a later episode. So that's it for now. Thanks. Have a great day.